For sure. Bruce Sellery joining me now. We're talking retirement planning. It may seem boring to some people, stressful, confusing.
When is it ever boring when I am here?
Something people may want to ignore it. You know what I'm getting at here. Whatever you feel about retirement planning, you have to think about it. The sooner the better. That's the bottom line. Bruce is here, always full of good advice. Bruce, a bit of his background, Money Sense columnist. He has all kinds of great advice. New book out. It's called The Moolala Guide to Rockin Your RRSP.
I want to hire you to say that everywhere I have to talk. It was beautiful.
And I got to tell you right now, as a broadcaster, the acronym RRSP is one of the hardest things to say.
It's a killer.
Registered Retirement Savings Plans. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. And the book is great. I was reading. It's always full of Bruce's humor, which is great, which makes it a lighter read, not as boring as some people may think when it comes. And there are 5 things that you like to hit on in this, Scott. But before we get to the 5 pillars or 5 points, Amy, who is this book for?
The person who needs a spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. Because if you're jazzed about this, if you're one of those people who loves reading the paper and you have absolutely no place to improve on retirement savings, you're good. You're covered. You don't need me. You should write your own book.
Sure.
But most people don't love this stuff. They're not maxing out their RRSP, and they think, oh, I need a little bit of a nudge. So here's a little nudge, delivered with a smile.
There you go, a nudge. And there's a smile on the cover of the book as well.
That's right.
Okay, so I hit on it earlier. There are 5 things that you think we should do. We're going to do a couple, then take a break and do a couple more, because we're splitting it up. Oh, and I saw this on Twitter. So these are...
What do you think those are?
Bingo markers.
Yeah, bingo dabbers.
To be honest with you, I've never
You've never seen a bingo dabber?
Well, I've seen them before, like, you know, for sale in like dollar stores and that type of thing.
Oh, they're awesome.
But I've never actually held one.
Yeah. So you just do a piece of paper.
I do. Yeah,
so you dab them, and it might need. They might have to take a second to
prime it a little bit.
So why do you think I brought you bingo dabbers?
If it's like 064, you dab the 064.
That's exactly
and then you know that it's marked, right?
Why do you think I brought you bingo dabbers?
I'm guessing it has something to do with seniors.
It sure does. Step number 1 is laying the foundation.
Okay.
And most of us, especially you and I, in our late 20s, early 30s, don't want to think about our 75, 85-year-old selves, right? We don't want to age, but it's an important first step to think about, what do I want to do when I'm no longer drawing a paycheck? I use bingo kind of as a joke, but think ahead to the future, and don't think about those, you know, those ads of those fashionable gray-haired people driving antique roadsters in Tuscany, because they're not you, they're not me. Think about, what kind of stuff do you want to do?
Yeah, because you're not working anymore.
You're basically unemployed. You're basically what it is.
You're not working, so you have that 8, 9, 10 hours of your day to occupy yourself.
So maybe it's not bingo. In my case, hopefully it's living part-time in New York City. That's what we want to do.
Cool.
So our vested interest, Dennis and I's vested interest in saving for retirement is we want to have this great adventure today, tomorrow, 65, 75, dead.
Okay.
Right? And if it's all about the present and there's no future planning, it is unlikely you're going to have much cash available. We want to have this great adventure today, tomorrow, 65, 75, dead.
Okay.
Right? And if it's all about the present and there's no future planning, it is unlikely you're going to have much cash available to give you choices.
65, 75 is going to be really boring.
So the motivation is really, really clear for us, because we've thought about what we want to do. It's not this like ephemeral kind of weird thing, and it's not something that your dad tells you to do or your bank tells you to do. It's what you say you want to do, because you want to have a great life.
Yeah, you want to travel, you want to play golf, whatever it happens to be. Okay, so that's laying down the foundation. Next is determining
to know the number, because then you can start making some choices. Do I buy that new car, or do I put something away for retirement? And I'm not going to oversimplify it to say that people have this abundant amount of money and they just, I don't know if I should go to Cabo or save for my retirement. These are tough choices, but make the tough choices now, because I don't want my 80-year-old self to have to go, you know, work as a Walmart greeter. I want to have the choice.
We've got 2 out of the 5 key points here to help us with our retirement savings. We're going to get back to this. This is Bruce Sellery. We're talking about his new book, The Moolala Guide to Rockin Your RRSP. More in just a few seconds.